She lifts her hand for a ride. You pull over, open the door, and by the time you blinked, the seat beside you is empty. Loakan Road is an arterial stretch that connects the city to Loakan Airport, a short, often fog-prone highway through the pines. Locals know it for its bends, the way fog rolls in off the ridge, and, if you listen to the stories, for something else. A passenger who appears, then disappears. The road itself is ordinary, 6.2 kilometers of asphalt on the city's edge. But ordinary roads collect stories, especially when they run past old cemeteries and wartime sites. The tale told most often in drivers' canteens goes like this. In a rainstorm, a cab driver stops for a drenched young woman. She asks to be taken to the third cemetery. The cab sets off. Halfway there, the driver glances into the rearview mirror, and the back seat is empty. The door's locked, the radio's on, the smell of flowers lingers, but the passenger is gone. There's no single origin, only a braid of versions. Some say she's a rape victim, dumped there and never found. Others link her to wartime deaths on nearby hills. The story has been told and retold enough that the White Lady of Loakan is now part of the road's folklore.
I picked her up near Forest Lodge. She didn't say much. It looked like she was crying. Then, poof, gone. I thought she got down, but all the doors were locked. I felt the seat move like someone left, but the door was locked. The rain was heavy. I could smell something like jasmine, but there was no one.
One morning I saw her by the roadside, plain as day. I waved, she turned to look at me, and then, she just melted into the fog near the memorial. Taxi drivers and jeepney operators are the primary witnesses behind this legend. Whether they're mistaking reflections in fog for a person or describing a true anomaly, their stories shape the road's mythology. Local blogs, regional TV segments and online forums carry dozens of such accounts, similar, persistent, and hard to pin down. Another chapter in Loakan's lore centers on a tree, a pine that stubbornly grew in the middle of the road. Locals called it the Tree of the Lady. For decades, cars dodged it. Stories say that the lady made it her home and that anyone who tried to cut the tree would suffer misfortune. The curse narrative may be a post hoc explanation. When accidents happen, people connect them to the tree and the lady. Local reporters have documented the story and its cultural afterlife. The tree was brought down, and the legends multiplied. Treat the tale with skepticism, but don't dismiss its power. For locals, it's part of what gives the road an aura. The third cemetery line in the stories is often vague. Different drivers mean different burial grounds. Baguio has multiple cemeteries and memorial sites up on the ridges and slopes. The public Baguio Cemetery is one of the better-known sites. Whether the lady's destination refers to a specific plot or a symbolic third cemetery is unclear, and again, the lack of firm detail fuels the mystery. Graveyards and misty roads are a classic pairing in ghost lore. They anchor stories in a recognizable geography. At the same time, wartime histories around the region create another layer of narrative. Soldiers, convoys, and hasty burials during the war leave an afterimage that folklore can convert into a haunting. Visibility and optics. Loakan's elevation and topography make fog a frequent, thick presence. Fog, wet glass, and reflected lights can make a roadside shadow look like a person, and make a person look like they've vanished. Alternate paths. Many small trails and side roads run off Loakan. A passenger could step off and be lost to the driver within seconds, especially in rain and darkness. Human memory and suggestion. The White Lady story is well known in Baguio. Once people expect to see a ghost, ordinary ambiguous stimuli are more likely to be remembered as paranormal. Trauma and social memory. If there were violent crimes in the area, the stories often mention rape victims. The legend may be a cultural retelling of real tragedies that lacked closure. Paranormal explanations, residual hauntings, spirits tied to a place, sit alongside these mundane possibilities. The remarkable thing is not which explanation we prefer, but how one road can be a mirror for many kinds of fear, weather, violence, history, and the unknown. Old stories do more than frighten, they regulate behavior. Drivers slow down when fog thickens. Some avoid the road after midnight. Barroom storytellers trade the best versions. Tourists hunt for thrills with flashlights and cameras. The tale of the Lady of Loakan has become part of the city's living folklore, a story that binds strangers and residents through a shared shiver. And the story evolves. New witnesses will add details, someone will link the lady to an actual person, and bloggers and YouTubers will retell the tale for a new audience. Whether the lady is a ghost, a memory, or a trick of light matters less than the fact that people keep telling the story. On Loakan Road, some passengers never reach their destination, and some rides never end. Have you driven Loakan Road at night, seen someone vanish into fog, or watched a roadside figure dissolve into the pines? Share your experience in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to News of Terror, and ring the bell, so you never miss the next true horror from the shadows.